When we don't understand what law is, we don't understand what the color of law is, we don't understand how they use statutory law to move beyond the compass of that authority. Mm-hmm. And this is our problem. And our ignorance to the problem empowers them to move to the next level of corruption.
Right.
And that's what we're dealing with. And today we have a national legislature, a federal legislature, that sits here and has passed one bill after another, starting with the TARP bill, which was done by the so-called Republican conservatives, mm-hmm. to fund what? National socialism. They used the TARP money to bail out, off the top of my head, 4 major banks for failing. Wells Fargo, Citibank, Bank of America, and I believe Chase Bank was faltering.
Okay.
Now, I don't believe Chase was as a bad condition as the other 3. But what Paulson, the Secretary of Treasurer, George W. Bush's treasurer, did is he brought 25 major banking centers into a room and said, all of you will accept this TARP money.
Yeah.
Even though you don't need it. And if you don't accept this TARP money, I will turn my administrative regulators loose on you. We'll find something.
Right.
That's political graft to in corruption beyond belief.
Politics.
It's Chicago politics, for Chicago was in the White House.
Yeah.
So my question is, what's changed?
Nothing.
It's the same old political trivia.
And you've used the phrase quite a bit, and for our listeners, throughout all of our shows, you've said color of law, color of law. Explain color of law.
The law is written with limitations. Statutory law. The Latin term
statutory law
is written under the constitutional authorities of the state constitution and the state legislature, and under the federal constitution and the federal legislature.
Okay.
And these statutory laws affect public relationships, i.e. governmental relationships.
These are laws. Don't speed. Don't jaywalk.
Those are regulatory aspects of the law.
Okay.
They're administrative law. Our rights are ordained by God, not by the state.
Right.
But the state has been ordaining rights called civil rights, governmental rights.
Right.
And the average American no longer understands the Word of God. So they're dependent upon the state to correct a wrong which was never a wrong to begin with.
The Word of man, yeah.
The Word of man. And the color of law is when they use a regulatory authority, such as a speed limit, to regulate administratively controlled operations of commerce and impose it upon us in our private nature.
Okay.
And this isn't something new. In fact, in Michigan, they started it with Public Act 175 in 1927. Which is codified in the Michigan Compiled Laws in Chapter 760 at Section 761.1 paren N under the statutory term of art called complaint. And when you read the statutory term of art complaint, I'll paraphrase the definition.
Okay.
It says the recipient of an ordinance violation or a traffic ticket is guilty of the offense charged.
I thought we weren't guilty until we were proven guilty.
Well, not under this Public Act 175 in 1927. When you receive that speeding ticket, you're guilty in the eyes of the court.
Yes.
Because to bring you into the district court, what do? They docket a complaint.
Mm-hmm.
So in the eyes of the court, you do not stand innocent because you wouldn't be in that court otherwise.
And it's a complaint, so they can say I'm not innocent because it's a complaint, you're saying.
Yeah, it's a statutory term of art. So and now there is a proper administration of law, which would precipitate docketing the complaint properly in the district court. That would be a lawful procedure. But when they hand you an ordinance violation because you forgot to get the permission of the local zoning officer to put a door in your house,
right?
They will issue the zoning violation, drag you in front of the local district court administrator, i.e. the judge, and docket the complaint.
And you're guilty.
And you're guilty under the statutory term of art. And the judge will, if you ask the judge, do I stand on the docket of complaint, he's going to say yes. And your next question would be, well, gee, doesn't the docket of complaint state that I'm guilty? And watch that judge turn green in front of your eyes.